Did you know that you can have whatever you want in this life? That sounds kind of weird, but it is so true. And the longer that I'm around successful people, the more that I see that it is not a maybe, it's a certainty. Successful people all have the same thing in common. They all have a clear vision of what they want. They think about it, they act on it, and they get to know other people that are doing it. And guess what? It comes to them. Every single time. There's so many examples of people I know personally and stories I've heard of people really, really wanting something, thinking about it, doing positive affirmations for it, and then it eventually happens. Whether you want to own $1 billion company or you want to just retire a few years earlier, you can get whatever you want. And the hardest part about it usually is getting a clear vision. I want you to do that for yourself, but I'm going to do it for me right here in this video. I'm going to let you in on a little bit of personal things about me. And I'm going to give you the 5-year vision, and hopefully you'll be following me this whole time and you'll see them as they happen. But then I also want you to understand the power of this and do it for yourself. Before I tell you how my life's going to look in 5 years, make sure to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And just maybe it might start to get you in that positive trend and start to get your life going in the right direction if you start to see more videos like this and start to visualize your future. Here are the 5. And after you see number 5, you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but just wait, it's going to happen. Number 1, let's start out with the simplest yet most important. I'm going to have a healthy, happy family. I have a wife, Courtney. I have a daughter, Maisie. We're going to hopefully have at least 1 or 2 more children. So I'm going to have a healthy, happy family. I'm going to have a great relationship with them, and we're going to have a great life, because having a healthy, happy family is not one thing, it's the only thing. So that is most important to me, and I feel like I'm trying to live that every day, but I need to continually put that in the forefront. So that's the number 1 thing I'm going to have in 5 years. Number 2, my rental portfolio is going to be worth $100 million. Right now, as I sit and record this video, my rental portfolio is worth $25 million. So I got 5 years to get that other $75 million. The more I think about it, $100 million might be a little bit short of a goal. Like, it's probably going to happen maybe before that 5 years, considering I bought $15 million worth of real estate in the last 12 months. And I got a few more pretty big deals in the pipeline, not under contract yet. So that $100 million might be a little light. Maybe I should adjust that, but that's just crazy to think at how far my mind has come. My very first goal in real estate with my business partner, Lucas, was to buy 1 house a year for 10 years. So in 10 years, own 10 rental properties. And in the last 5 years, we bought about 200 rental properties. So just adjusting your mind and understanding that you can have what you want if you're willing to think about it and work towards it. I know that sounds a little woo-woo, but it is so true that if you start to do this and understand this, your life can change and you can have whatever you want. And I want $100 million in real estate in 5 years. You'll see me do it. Number 3, I'm going to have a personal vacation house in Florida, and my company's going to have 10 vacation rentals around the country. I want my own personal one down in Florida, looking at a few different places. Hopefully that'll happen in the next year or 2, but we're going to buy 10 around the country that we're going to rent out Airbnb or VRBO. We're going to have 10 of those kind of in really, really cool cities around the country that we're going to rent out and make a lot of money on and learn that process, but also going to have some spots that we can go and choose and kind of have a free vacation house that we can go to and just kind of really do some cool things and let families stay there for free and that kind of thing. So it's something that's going to happen, but I just don't know exactly when. But in 5 years, we're going to have my own personal one and 10 company ones. Number 4, my wife and I are going to start a foundation where every single year we are going to sponsor one family that's going through infertility. We're going to sponsor their IVF cycle. It's something that's not very cheap. Most states don't cover it, and a lot more people than you know go through infertility. So what we're going to do is every single year we're going to sponsor at least one family. That's probably 25 to 30 grand depending on the state to go through that cycle. So it's something that's near and dear to our heart. With creating this wealth and creating this freedom, it's almost like a responsibility is to give back. So that's one of the main things we're going to start to do. Hopefully, again, this will happen in less than 5 years, but I'm just trying to give a clear vision of in 5 years, all this stuff is going to be in place, and that foundation is going to be one of them. Number 5, this one may sound a little crazy, but it's going to happen. I'm going to have my own personal jet. I'm going to have a private jet to be able to fly to those vacation rentals and just to be able to have. Now, you can get one. I've done some research for a pretty decent one for $3-4 million bucks. That sounds like a lot, but there's financing programs out there, and we can even rent it out and really actually make some money on it, or at least break even, kind of turning a liability into an asset. It's kind of a specialty, something that me and Lucas have gotten pretty good at over the past several years. So we're going to do that with a private jet. Who knows, maybe we'll even give away trips on it. So that's something that's kind of crazy. That one's a little bit pie in the sky maybe, but I'm fairly confident. I'm shooting a video that's going to be around in 5 years that can be referenced back, that those are the main 5 things I'm going to have in 5 years. This exercise may seem a little silly to you, and that's okay. Even a few years ago, it was to me. But like I said, I'm just coming from what I have seen personally with my eyes. Successful people, like super successful people that I've been fortunate enough to come across over the past couple of years, all have the same thing in common. They all have crazy goals, and they accomplish those goals because they have a clear vision and they work towards them. Just writing them down every single day can literally change your life. So go out there, create a 5-year vision, throw it in the chat box below. I'd love to give you my feedback on it and give you some positive affirmations, because you can have what you want in your life. Your thoughts become your words become your action becomes your character, and your character becomes your destiny. So reverse that, meaning your thoughts become your destiny. That's a phrase that's thrown out there a lot that I am truly believing in more and more every single day. So be cognizant of your thoughts, put out your vision, and go get it.